If you listened to indie folk anytime before 2026, you likely pictured Noah Kahan as the industry's ultimate therapy kid. He built a career on acoustic guitars and lyrics acting as public apologies for his sadness. Then he abandoned that persona. To see why he traded his approachable charm for unapologetic rage on his fourth album, hit the subscribe button, because we're looking at the record that ended the nice guy era. Kahan entered the release of this album with massive momentum. He had recently sold out a 4-night stadium run at Fenway Park and debuted a documentary on Netflix that followed his rise to superstardom. He was even sitting in the room at the Time 100 Gala, recognized as one of the most influential people in the world. Usually, an artist at this specific peak of fame releases a victory lap, an album that is safe, polished, and designed to please as many people as possible. Instead, he released The Great Divide, 17 tracks of unvarnished fury directed at a place and a person he can't seem to leave behind. This shift is clearest on the second track, Doors. He stops apologizing for feeling bad and starts warning the listener that he is actually a threat. He points pretend guns at his father and tells his partner he is the trouble ahead. He frames this aggression with a sonic decoy. The lead single, The Great Divide, features an upbeat pop country chorus that sounds like it has the same fight happening in two different rooms, where the pop country polish is stripped away. Kahan uses these songs to challenge the modern therapy worldview. His career was built on the idea that doing the work eventually fixes you, but here he argues that self-improvement has hard limits. He captures this on Dashboard with a single blunt observation. You've worked on yourself, got a dog. You're an asshole after all. This isn't a song about healing. It's a subversion of the brand his fans built around him, suggesting that some flaws are simply permanent. This lack of resolution defines the track 23, which serves as the emotional center of the record. The song is a reckoning with an addict who is still alive. Kahan is grieving someone who lives 20 minutes away from his childhood home, yet feels permanently out of reach. He uses a specific kind of emotional math here. The solid line tracks Kahan's memory of this person, but it stops and freezes at age 23. Below it, the chaotic line represents the reality of the addict's life, which continues to diverge into a fractured version of the person Kahan loved. To preserve the person at age 23, Kahan makes a taboo plea. Won't you stay gone? He is asking the addict to remain absent, so the narrator doesn't have to watch the memory of who they were get destroyed. Kahan also looks outward, writing from the perspectives of the people he left behind. On Porchlight, he adopts his mother's point of view, imagining her salting the driveway while he is away being famous. This leads into All Them Horses, a track centered on class betrayal and the guilt of outgrowing your origins. During the 2023 Vermont floods, Kahan was on tour. He describes watching dried floodlines on his neighbors' porches from the safety of a window seat in an airplane. The contrast of floating securely above the disaster that ruined his hometown created a visceral sense of betrayal. He was a newly minted millionaire watching his childhood world drown from 30,000 feet. This forces Kahan to face a paradox. The hometown that serves as his greatest inspiration is also his greatest source of guilt. But the ultimate realization of The Great Divide is that the person Kahan has been angry at for 17 tracks is himself. Fame, wealth, and documentary crews didn't fix his fundamental internal flaws. The person he was frustrated with was the one staring back from the mirror. He discards the premise of being a perfectly healed idol. At the Time 100 Gala, Marcus Mumford specifically compared this new, specific storytelling to the work of Bob Dylan. This pivot mirrors a classic evolution in folk music, the moment an artist stops being a people-pleasing darling and becomes a raw, abrasive storyteller. By sacrificing his likability, Noah Kahan finally told the truth. Healing is messy. Closure is often a myth. And sometimes, love means hoping someone stays far enough away to remain lovable.